As you know by looking at any satellite picture of the Earth, that our blue marble planet is a watery place. Now, how much water does really exist in our planet? According to the United States Geological Survey, about 70% of the Earth's surface is covered in water. The oceans hold 96.5% of that water, and many people think that that's enough sufficient water. But when it comes to fresh drinking water, only 0.3% of that water comes from the rivers and lakes. The other 3.2% of freshwater source comes from underground. Unfortunately, both of those sources, half of it, are polluted and scarce. Basically, we need more of it. In the United States, of course, tap water is seen as mostly a reliable drinking source of water, but it's not completely clear of major pollutant. So I propose to you that a simple investment on a faucet or countertop water filter can dramatically improve your health, also save you money, and have an impact on the future as well. According to the United Nations report, polluted drinking water are a problem that is affecting about half of the world population. 250 million cases of waterborne diseases like typhoid, cholera, dysentery, and other diarrheal diseases affect a great part of the population. So 250 million people. The result is that about 5 to 10 million people every year die from consequences of waterborne diseases. This is outrageous. Now, many developing countries also having issues with water pollution. In 2004, in China, the water was tested in all 7 major rivers in China. In half of the sections, the water was too polluted to even drink. Bangladesh, 85% of the water that the people in Bangladesh drink comes from underground water sources. And 85% of that source is also polluted with arsenic, which is a natural metallic sediment that is very harmful to the body. So this affects about 1.2 million people in that place and many others at risk. India, half of these 1 billion people don't have access to clean water because of infrastructure issues. So it's a growing problem, unfortunately. Here in the United States, according to the EPA, the National Defense Resources Council, and a recent report by CBS, states that 40% of our rivers and 46% of our lakes are too polluted for even swimming, fishing, or any type of aquatic life activities. 1.2 trillion gallons of untreated sewage, stormwater, and industrial waste end up in our waters every year. Now, the EPA had warned us that by 2016, the levels of pollution in our waters are going to be unprecedented. The Mississippi River, which drain the land of 40% of the continental United States. Now, the Mississippi River carries 1.5 million metric tons of what is called nitrogen pollution. The result is that at the end, in the Gulf of Mexico, the dead zone is about the size of the state of New Jersey. This is every year. Now, a recent report by the Chicago Tribune and the LA Times also told us that the current levels of the Mississippi are lowest in 5 decades. And this affects, of course, the crop and the commercial transportation route in the middle of the country. Yes, water is becoming scarce, yet we take it for granted and we waste it. Water scarcity, according to the UN report, is about one of the biggest problems we are going to face as not only as an American society, but as a global community in the 21st century. Now, the average American still consumes 80 to 100 gallons of water daily. We know that the water industry is becoming a multi-million-dollar industry every year. They are growing at a 7 to 10% rate every year. People are willing to pay up to 2,000 times more for a bottle of water. And the unfortunate fact is that not only you pay more, you're not drinking any safer water, but you're also affecting the environment. If you don't know, bottled waters are made by natural gas or petroleum derivatives. Now, roughly about 50 billion plastic bottles end up in the landfill of the United States every year. This is about 140 million bottles of water a day. How many of these get recycled? Only 22%. In other words, 2 out of 10 bottles get recycled. So we're shipping about 1 billion bottles of water a day, and we're using train, trucks, ships, everything. So we are paying 2 to 4 times the cost of gasoline for a product that is virtually free. Of course, we know that there is different agencies that monitor the standards for water. The FDA controls bottled water, and we know that the EPA controls tap water. Of course, the EPA, we had the strictest standards already for water consumption. And if you did not know, 25% of the bottled water comes from filtered tap water. So it is nothing but a common sense investment to start thinking about investing in a tap water filter or countertop filter. Tap water is easy to filter at home. You know, with your investment of a filter, basically you are getting better tasting water, better smelling drinking water, and you remove chlorine, bacteria, lead, and some of the other pollutants that are affecting us through the tap water prior to coming into our body. Water filter is clean and healthy for cooking, and also give us a health advantage in developing our children. We know of 2,100 pollutants in our tap water. By just buying as a filter, we decrease by 99.9% that risk. Filters they are fairly cheap. Water faucet filter can start, a good quality water filter can start at $34. Countertop filter can start at $80. This proposal, of course, is not to legislate the buying of filter by everybody. I don't want the government to mandate buying a water filter, but I want to influence the popular opinion that this is a good decision. Now, it creates not only awareness and importance about the drinking safe water, but it also helps to impact our health and think about water consumption for the future. So at your level of influence, I propose to you, family, church, work, any social group that you belong to, that you propose this inexpensive investment, and it can have a profound impact. In conclusion, the facts are clear regarding the present and urgent crisis of water pollution and water scarcity for the future. The decision we make today will definitely affect our future, 5, 10, 15 years from now. So not only we do this for ourselves, but for our families, for our children, and for our society as a whole. We cannot be indifferent or apathetic to a matter of life or death. Just a simple, small investment in a water filter will help you take that first step towards helping society to find a long-term solution. Also, it will save you money, and it will keep you healthy. Thank you.